since day one. Something's been missing, I know it's time to transition to a new kind of way and let the passion come out. I'm a dreamer. Time slows down when I am singing my heart's true song. Comes when I'm dreaming, I know what it takes. I need my soul to scream out. I'm a dreamer. I need to choose, need to decide. Time to stand up, jump to the other side. One way to go, I won't know until I try. I need my soul to scream out. Dreamer. The dream is on, I can't be shaken, I know I'm strong. Power awaken, I believe I'm great. I let my passion come out. I'm a dreamer. My eyes will show some kind of worry, but blue as rain. A dream, a story, I'm face to face. I need my soul to scream out. I'm a dreamer. I need to choose, need to decide. Time to stand up, jump to the other side. One way to go, I won't know until I try. I need my soul to scream out. Dreamer. I need my soul to scream out.
Hey guys, so that was a push workout of mine. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'd love to help you, give you any tips that you're looking for, or advice that you're looking for. Always here to help. I want to touch on a subject that I briefly mentioned in the last video, and that was my fitness journey into doing my first men's physique. I have to back up a little bit to give you the full story so you kind of understand where I'm coming from and why I'm at where I'm at. And so I'm going to take you back to my early days, and that's when I was in sports in junior high and high school. Working out for me was always a supplement to these other things that I was doing, like football and baseball and basketball. Working out was always this thing that I had to do to participate in these sports. It was a requirement. I loved it and I enjoyed it, but working out always translated onto the field or onto the court. And when college sports didn't work out for me the way that I was hoping that they were going to work out, I was only left with working out, which I did going into college at the beginning, mostly because because it was a habit and it's what I was used to doing, and I liked it and I wanted to continue to do it. However, I found myself very quickly falling into the cycle where I'd go to the gym for a few months and then I wouldn't for a few months, and that cycle repeated itself over and over and over again until the times when I wasn't in the gym became more months out of the year than the times I was spending in the gym, really until I found myself not working out really at all. And it was because health and fitness just wasn't tangible enough. I didn't have anything that really made me go after it, and nothing really cost me tomorrow if I didn't show up today. And so I really struggled with finding balance in my life to add working out into it. And so fast forward to getting married, Brooke and I would go to the gym a little bit here and there, and then we wouldn't other times, and so we didn't really have a good system and a good cycle of staying consistent in the weight room together or separately even. And then, life gets in the way, and you get busy, and you have jobs, and you have bills, and you have errands you got to run, and you have friends, and all these different things that come up that you want to go spend time in. And since we all have the same amount of time in a day, you have to pull from other things that you used to do. And so the gym just became, I can't even say back burner, because we just really didn't even do it. And so going into the first pregnancy with our beautiful daughter Kenley, like the good husband that I was, I went and bought the food cravings that Brooke was having, but I didn't want to stop being a good husband at buying it. I wanted to enjoy it with her, like a good husband that I was trying to be. And nobody told me that after 9 months, when she gave birth to her big bump, I wasn't going to give birth to my bump. I think I gained like 20 pounds with her in the first pregnancy. And so had to deal with that and had to figure out, what I wanted out of life and what I was going to do and how I was going to progress forward and change my lifestyle. And a big factor I kept finding was when I would go play softball or go play flag football in the league with friends, I'd find myself not performing anywhere near what I was used to. And I keep having this picture in my mind where I thought I was juking people, and it turns out I think I was just running in a straight line with a little bit of a wiggle, and it just looked awkward and funny. And I found myself losing my athleticism, found myself losing my strength, and just where my mind when I was on the field, my mind said I should be over here, or I should be able to get to this ball in the outfield, but I just wasn't able to because I wasn't working out and I wasn't taking care of my body. And so one of the best things that happened to me was Brooke and I were youth pastors, and we had a youth leader come into our lives. Justin, I mentioned him in the last video, and hey again, Justin. But he really came into my life, and he was a guy that was big and jacked, what everybody wants to look like, what everybody wants to be like physically. And of course, him and I connect really well on the sports, and not so much sports because he's just a martial arts kind of guy, but just the athletic side of things. And I'm obviously working out, and so he got me in the gym with him. And I remember the first workout. It was December 5th of 2016, and I get into the gym with him, and it was a chest day, and I did bench, and I did 185 for like 3 reps, and it was an ugly 3 reps. It was terrible. They were the worst 3 reps I think I've ever done in my life. And I was so fatigued after just a couple of sets on bench that going into dumbbell press and other tricep movements, I was so worn out and so tired that I had to drop the weight so fast because I couldn't finish the workout. And by the end, I couldn't do a single push-up, and it wasn't because I had worked so hard in the workout that I was so just exhausted and I pushed every last push out of me. It was because I was so weak and so unconditioned that I wasn't capable of even doing it. I'm so thankful for Justin in my life because there hasn't been a single negative word spoken out of his mouth to me. He sat there and he encouraged me, and he pushed me, and he challenged me, and he gave me the motivation that I needed to keep going. And so if you have somebody like that in your life, thank them, love them, hug them, kiss them, and tell them how much you appreciate them. So Justin, this is me doing that to you right now because you helped me so much. And so I love you, man, and I appreciate it so much. But so yeah, December 5th, I got into the gym and then kept going and stayed with him for a few months. And that picks up on the story where I left off in the last video, where driving him to his wedding day where I was going to marry him and his wife, where I realized that I needed a goal, and so I decided, okay, this time next year I'm going to compete in my first men's physique show, and I'm just going to do it. And so that started my journey heavily into fitness. And to kind of backtrack a little bit for you guys guys who I don't know that much about lifting, or I don't know that much about nutrition. I didn't know anything. They didn't teach me anything in high school. All I did is go into the gym, push weight around, push iron around. Nobody taught me form. Nobody taught me how or why or this or that. And we used to have to keep track of our calories in gym class. And all I understood it to be was, I'm going to try to eat more calories than you are, and that was my whole nutrition plan, was I'm going to eat more calories than you. But so I didn't know anything, and I went into this blind, but I started YouTubing everything that I could think of. I started doing my research and reading article after article after article after article about nutrition and about lifting and about form and about hypertrophy and how to gain muscle size and how to do the right form so you don't have injuries and stuff. And I just poured myself into this, knowing that I had a date, and I was either going to make a fool of myself on stage, or I was going to give it everything that I had. But no matter what, I was going to step on stage in a year. And my whole goal, my mentality, my personality is, I'm okay if you beat me, but it won't because I didn't work hard, and it won't be because I didn't give it everything that I had, and it won't be because I slacked off and I didn't give it my all. It's going to be because I put everything out that I could on the field or the court, or in this case the stage, and you were just better, and you prepared harder or longer, and you were further along than me. Whatever it is, you beat me, but it won't be that I beat me. And so I just began to study and to research and to work hard, and I was hitting the gym 6 days a week, breaking up my workouts and getting to understand nutrition and applying macros and learning what that even was, and tracking things and making sure that I had balance in my food and balance in my sleep and balance in my workouts and stuff. And it really pushed me down this journey of learning and discovering this thing that I've now loved so much. And going into that, so that was February when I decided. April, I badly hurt my right shoulder, dislocated my AC joint, separated my clavicle from my sternum, tore labrum, and a few other things in my shoulder to where I couldn't even move my arm. And it was such a huge blow to me, because I knew that this was going to be a several month process before I was going to even be close to back to where I was at that point, even though I was only 4 or 5 months into the lifting game. I knew it was going to be a huge blow, and I didn't know how that was going to translate into the preparation for stepping on stage. But what I'm proud of myself for is I had made a decision, and I wasn't going to let a setback decide what the future for me was going to look like. I still had the power to decide what my future was going to be. And so I did legs 3 or 4 days a week, and I did cardio, and I did whatever I could, and I stayed on top of my nutrition. And because I knew that I still had a date, I'm still stepping on stage. I don't care what it takes. I'm still going to step on stage. And long story short, couldn't move my arm for a long time, couldn't do anything at all for probably 3.5 months. So that puts us right into the end of, actually it was more like 4 months, because the end of August, where I started to be able to curl a little bit and started to be able to real light, maybe 30-pound dumbbells for bench. Was about all I could do. In incline bench, I couldn't do it all. The angle just killed my shoulder. Started doing muscle activation therapy, which I wasn't sure about and I didn't quite understand, but it was amazing. It changed the game. And so by October, I was back to where I had left off with in April. It took a few months to gain all that back, and then I had November and December, and then the prep started for the show. And so I had a huge step back, but I knew that I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going, and I did. And so I started my prep in December, and then I competed in actually March of 2017 or 2018. Yeah, 2018. And so it was a full, just over a year after I had made the decision I'm going to compete, and I stepped on stage. And right now I'm going to show you my before picture. And so this before picture is February, or actually, sorry, it's March of 2017. And this was not working out. This is baby weight. This is beard even, so it makes the transformation look even kind of cooler. Step on stage, and I started at 197 pounds. And actually the picture, my before picture, I'm about 189, so I'm a little bit lighter than where I started at 197 pounds. And I stepped on stage, which is this picture right here. It's me and my mom, because it's my favorite picture from the show. but I stepped on stage at 159 pounds, so I lost 39 pounds. Honestly, I felt like a big enough gust of wind was gonna blow me away because I hadn't been that light since like junior year of high school. But I was so proud of myself because I stuck to it. I set a goal, I set a date, and I made it happen. And my circumstances and my situations weren't gonna let it happen for me. I had to make it happen. And I tell you that testimony because I know some of you share so much of my similar story, or there's so many different things in your way. But I did this, get this, I was working 4 different jobs at the time. I have 2 little kids, married, and yet I still found time to do cardio in the morning, lift during the day, and do more cardio at night during the prep for the show. My wife was a huge supporter of me in all this, so babe, I love you and I thank you so much for everything that you had to sacrifice so that I could discover this in myself. So I love you. But yeah, so that was just what I had to do in order to get there, and it was a fight and it was a battle, but I can say without a shot of a doubt, somebody's honking, without a shot of a doubt that it was worth every second. It was worth every moment, and every time I didn't want to walk up another staircase because my legs hurt so bad. It was worth every single second that I put into it because I discovered a huge aspect of myself that I could achieve anything I wanted to achieve if I set my mind to it. And so my hope is through this channel and through even this testimony that you can learn that you are capable. And I want you to know that you have what it takes. You're gonna have to dig deep, you're gonna have to work hard, and it's gonna be a huge challenge at times for you. But you're gonna look back and you're gonna look at what you were, that before picture, and you're gonna see yourself after and say, I know it's not all about looks. It's not all about what other people think of me. It's about how I feel and how I'm functioning and creating balance in my life. Look, not everybody has to compete. I know that's not for everybody. And I'm not even encouraging that. I'm simply saying what I do think is for everybody is giving yourself the permission to become the best version of yourself possible. What I am saying is that you deserve to have a well-balanced life, and taking care of your mind, taking care of your spirit and your soul, and taking care of your body are all a part of that balance. And that's my biggest promotion, balance in life. Finding the correct portions of each thing and applying them into yourself. And my final thought for you is this. So many of you are constantly trying to take care of, maybe it's your wife or your kids, or your family members, or your job, or your faith. You're doing all these things and you're stewarding all these things, and I say good on you for making those things a priority. If you're not taking care of yourself, then you can't perform to the best that you can for anybody else. Now, we don't need to take that and become selfish with it, but if you're not taking care of you, then you can't be that good for anything or anyone else. So I want to encourage you, it's okay, it's not selfish to take care of yourself and to make sure that you're doing all right so that you can be the best for everybody else and for all the other things that you feel called to in life. And so thank you for listening to me. I know it's a little bit of a long rant, but I love you guys. I hope it encourages you. And here's the rest of the video.
Yeah. Do you think you can afford that one?
What do you think, Mom? See a bike you like?
I see a $5,000 bike.
We are not buying a $5,000 bike.
Oh man.
We came here looking for used bikes, but so far, I don't know how we're doing on used. But we'll keep looking. So unfortunately, the only reason we're looking for a bike is because we accidentally left our garage door open one night and somebody came in and stole Brooke's bike. And so sadly, that's why we're looking for a new one, but we'll find one.
Eventually.
The end result. We got Zyman, Z-Money, Zai right here. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. You happy? Happy. We got KK back here on her Stratter bike. She's doing so good. Then we got me. Me pushing Zai because my bike needs to be tuned up and isn't working, and somebody's got to push Zai on. So here we are. If y'all haven't had a family day in a while, have a family day. Oh, whoa! Woo! ride.
Spider-Man. Oh gosh. Woo! Go, mommy, go!
Did you see me?
How was the one last
I
ride?
was riding on those hills.
Hey, man.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay, there's nothing that says more that I'm a man than riding my wife's bike on a pump course. Alright folks, y'all ain't ready for this. Boom.
Girl, you are the one, you're the only one that will always shine in my heart. A million suns.
Did they put all the veggies in it last time? Like,
Back off my food. I only have one hand. It never stops. Gotta get it in. How is it?
amazing.
Hey guys.
What do you think?
I'm still getting used to living in a place with palm trees. What do you think about living in a place with palm trees?
It's weird.
We don't have those back home.
No.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. We're Frido, what's? Toto. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
What did you say at first?
Frito? That was her guy. I don't know. Finishing off family day right here at this food truck event with tons of games. The kids are playing whatever that game is called. There's bowling, cornhole, and too much food. Kenley, come on, come help me end the video.
Come help us.
Come help me. Okay. Oh, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? Ah! That's all we got.
Hey, Kay. Oh, now you do it.
It's not always pretty.